What's up, y'all? Oh, what's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Friday. Friday night at 8. Hey, please don't be too late. Got myself a date. Great. Where's that from? What movie is what movie is that from? Woo! Friday night at 8. Please don't be too late. What's up, y'all? It's Friday. It is the end of the week. Go ahead and like and subscribe and comment. I don't know about this camera direction. I'm always trying to figure out a way, so that we can, talk and I have a good camera angle, because I want to talk to you, but I don't want to look like a slug trying to get up some stairs while I'm doing it. Now, see, look, the sun is, oh, God. Okay, so what are we doing? Why are y'all breaking? I can't see. The diva can't see. What do y'all have anything planned for the weekend? What do you guys have planned for the weekend? I never have anything planned. We were going to go see Us, but then my son got invited to a birthday party for a 12-year-old, and that's what they're going to see. So they're going to wait to go to the pizza party and movie for the birthday party. The sun is no joke, honey. Look at it in my glasses. Oh shit, girl, y'all better get off the side of the road. It's this sun in everybody's face. This shit is crazy. What's going on yesterday? Yesterday my day was consumed. When I tell you, from beginning to end, with Nipsey Hussle's funeral, homegoing, what are we calling it? Whatever you want to call it, we know what it is. I think it was almost 5 hours long. The procession was almost 7 hours long. The procession was crazy. It was 25 miles. I wish it was 26.2 miles, which is the mileage of a marathon. Maybe they didn't want to make it, a full marathon, since the marathon continues. You understand what I'm saying? Nipsey, the words that were spoken, it was a beautiful service. It was delayed, of course. It's supposed to start at 10. It didn't start till 11. But it was very nice. His mother, his father, his brother, YG, Snoop Dogg, everybody, y'all saw it, everybody, and the words that they spoke of him. And let me tell you something. On the funerals, we always talk about people who say things, and they get in the funerals and they try to say nice things about the person, and that the person was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my uncle, he was like the worst. I didn't even go to his funeral. My grandmother's son, he was the worst. He was mean. He didn't bring he didn't bring love into the room. He was just, and I can't imagine, like, when they were like, and I didn't like the way he treated my grandfather. When my grandfather had Alzheimer's, I don't like the way he treated my grandmother. He was just a miserable ass person, just miserable, and treated people fucked up, but treated some other people really, really nice. People had nice things to say about him, but they also knew how fucked up he was to his parents. So, when you have that kind of impact, and people stand in a funeral and they start saying nice things about it, they're like, nigga, please, we already know how this motherfucker was a goddamn terrorist and a tyrant to his family, and made no impact on nobody's lives but negatively. So what y'all saying about him up here? You know what I'm saying? They spoke, so they called him a divine light, a majestic creature, just beautiful. Lauren's words were beautiful. I mean, that text that she sent him, baby, when she said, "You are my turn up and my church," do you understand? Let me tell you something. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand that you are my turn up and you are my church? What? Motherfuckers always talk about they want their partners to be their sanctuary, and every time they are engaging with their partners, it's a goddamn battlefield. You're my church. You're where I feel protected. It was a beautiful service. So many people said so many nice things. When his brother Samuel was up there, he just kept it real. Just was like, because Samuel is he's more in affiliate, not, I won't say more affiliated, but more active, I should say. He was more active than Nipsey. It's like, when he started speaking about his little brother and building computers when he was 12 years old, and just always smiling, then they were showing clips of him as a little boy, and it's so cute, and he was dead, and like those little things are so special and so cute, and it was just so beautiful. And you know, somebody came at me in the comments because I said he was prophet-like, and nobody believes that there are prophets outside and messengers outside of who you've been told are the only messengers and all the only prophets. You've been told that so that you're sold this thing, that this old ass religion with these prophets, and no offense, but you cannot believe that those people were in a time and made such an impact to the point where people are following their messages and their words as religion. Are you telling me that it's totally impossible for that to continue to happen over and over and over again? You can't tell me that, because I believe that the way that man came into this world, Father said that he had an umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. Father said he was a fighter, and just Mother said he endured pain, like just all of these things about him. His mother, you know, we already saw the video of her speaking about him, and we, you know, her voice, you can tell. And what I loved was, let me just tell you this, I do love that they had a pastor there. They had a man from the atrium, from their religion, and it seemed, I don't know if it's Catholic, correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like it was Catholic, because no, that wasn't his grandmother, that was his grandmother on his dad's side. But anyways, that's grandmother's on his mom's side. The one, she was also so pleasant, and I don't know if you noticed, his grandmother was very like, they basically said they kind of felt death coming to their family, and the grandmother was asking the divine to take her and not take whoever else, because they can feel death coming on, and she's lived her life. But it was, you know, it was Nipsey. It was just I thought it was a beautiful service. His mother was so kind. Her voice was so kind and nurturing, and you can tell that they are healers, because they speak so like his mother. And then if you notice, Nipsey speaks the same way, very understated, very like, you know, not with his voice raised. I have never seen any footage, and maybe because he's always talking everything, but even in his talking, his demeanor is very understated. You know, he made such an impact on people's lives. And then when little Cameron Carter, Lauren London's son with Lil Wayne, and he spoke about Nipsey coming to visit him. Let me tell y'all something. And I put it on my Twitter this morning. It takes a special man, and because if I'm glad Nipsey didn't have the mentality that that's not my child, I don't need to really take care of him, I don't really need to have an impact on his life, that's Wayne's son, I got my son with her, you know, let him worry about him. For Nipsey to have visited that boy in a dream tells you the impact that he had on that boy's life, to come visit him. Do you understand? Not his daughter, not his, of course the baby can't speak, but no, another man's child. The way that man, because I have a problem. I just don't like the way that we navigate through our community, where people only want to take care of what they feel that they have ownership of, and specifically men. You know, it says a lot for him to have visited that boy and to have made an impact on him to the point where he says he gets up every morning, when he leaves, he yells out the window, respect. Like all of these things, you don't know when you come into a woman's life with children and you want to act like these children are not yours, so you don't have to worry about. They're watching you, they're absorbing you, they're watching how you treat their parent. Even when a woman comes into a man's life and says, those are not my kids, that's another bitch's kids, or that's another woman's kids, I don't need to, you know, have any kind of, I don't have to perform as a mother figure or a elder or anything like this to this child because they're not mine. we have to get out of that. Can you imagine if he had that mentality, like that's another nigga's baby? You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. You take, I just thought when I saw him up there, and a lot of people thought it was Nipsey's son. No, that is crazy. I think it's just a lot of people just didn't know. I mean, he looks just like Lil Wayne. But at the end of the day, he came through. He had an impact on this little boy. I thought it was beautiful. The words said, YG got up there, he said some ignorant shit, but he's ignorant. I mean, like, niggas is ignorant. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't, just because, I always think that a nigga has a couple commas in his bank account that absolves his ignorance. It doesn't. You know, he said something colorist about having light-skinned, beautiful babies and beautiful girls. It seemed like he was about to call them bitches, but you know, what are you gonna do? Other than that, it was a beautiful service. I thought it all those people in the street, my sons were like, wow, they really loved him. They really liked him, huh? I said, yes. And let me tell you something. He's a person who had influence and reach to a lot of people. And this is why these people are flooding these streets, the whole route, flooding the streets, throwing flowers on top of the hearse, trying to touch the hearse, taking pictures. The mom rolling down the window, dancing to his music. The mother is a healer. I'm telling you, the mother is a healer. And I'm glad that, like I said, they brought Christianity in there. They brought Islam in there. It seemed like, I want to say the man from Atrium, he was Catholic. I'm not sure, but he was referencing the Bible and scriptures and things like that. And then his mother comes out with our African spirituality. You understand what I'm saying? Pouring out libations on the stage, calling the ancestors to usher him through transition. It was a beautiful service, and his mother, it was beautiful, you know. And then I was saying to my friend Charles, I was saying, it's so funny how the things that we do in our community, a lot of the things are rooted in African spiritual practices. Pouring out liquor for the dead, that's pouring libations. Go look it up. But I'm glad that and you could tell where he got his humbleness from, his quiet, understated demeanor. You could be quiet and understated and have a fire about you, that when people walk in a room, you change the frequency in the room. And that's what people say that he was. I'm sorry. Like, I just told my sons, you want to have an impact on people's lives when you leave this place. It doesn't have to be a street flooded with people, but when you leave this realm, you want people to stand up and speak of you in the words that have positivity behind them, that are powered with love and respect and support and encouragement. All of this shit, beautiful. Sam, his mother, father, his bodyguard, I feel so bad for his bodyguard, but he was standing right behind Lauren, and it was a beautiful service. It was just beautiful. And I just hope that, you know, I always say it was funny because Lauren said that Nipsey used to tell her that you can't possess people, you can only experience them. Y'all know how I say that all the time. And T was like, sis, you say that all the time. You got to experience people, you can't possess people. It's so funny because just switching topics, I was online and somebody was saying that her pastor told her that when you get married that you shouldn't have any single friends. What? And then said, what do you as a married person have to talk about with a single person? What are you talking about? You could talk about everything. Why are the conversations have to be intimate and romantic? Because this is I just was like, I can't even imagine being that so insecure and codependent that you don't want your spouse or your partner to have single friends. You're that insecure. You don't have that. You don't have self-control. You can't control yourself. Like I can't imagine that people are walking around like that. I mean, it happens. A lot of people see being in a relationship as being possessive or whatever. But anyways, like I tell you, y'all know I go on tangents. But anyway, all of Nipsey Hussle's funeral processions and everything, and that took all the day and kind of overshadowed. It really did overshadow. Let me tell you something. It was a beautiful service. It was a beautiful service. It consumed my whole day. He's an example of the impact you can have on somebody's life, and positive impact. And I hope that, and like I told my sons, all of those people were impacted by him in some way. And not all of those people those are all seeds, understand? And they're all seeds, and I'm explaining this to my son. They're all seeds. And out of those seeds, a couple of those seeds are going to produce what Nipsey planted. They're going to cultivate that, and it's going to grow. Not everybody in that crowd is going to take Nipsey's message and, put it into action. Not everybody's going to do that. But if just one or two people do that, then his mission was complete. If he can motivate people into action. I saw somebody online saying, I don't want to hear about you all of a sudden wanting to be involved in the community. To me, I feel like you shouldn't I cannot stand when we as a people have a strength in a particular area and we see other people trying to get in that area or trying to get involved in community work and things like that. Let me tell you something. What happened? Why are they going over here? We tend to, as a people, say, now, because somebody was killed, you want to get involved in community work. I've been involved in community work for some years. Now y'all want to get into let a person start somewhere. Like, why do we do that to each other? Why do we do that? If he sparks something in somebody to say, you know what, I want to get involved in community work. I don't even know where to start, but I want to get involved. Don't discourage people. Don't do that. That shit is whack. That shit is trash. It's fucking trash. I don't like when people do that. Oh, now you want to be involved in the community. Well, I don't want to hear nothing about your community involvement unless you're willing to battle misogyny, homophobia, and sexism, and whatever else. Okay, well, a person has to start somewhere. So if you're telling me at the door that I can't come in here and help in some capacity unless I'm going to help with this, and this, okay, can I get in first and try and start helping? Like, I don't understand why we do that to each other. Oh, now you want to be now you want to be, a lot of people were down at Marathon. They were down there, and people that they were interviewing saying, I really didn't listen to his music, but I was really influenced by his community activism and all this stuff. And what's crazy is Nipsey wasn't even, and I was saying this to somebody else, he did a lot of his things, a lot of the things he did, let me see, can you see me? A lot of things he did didn't get acknowledgement, or no one was focused on the work that he was doing. A lot of people are surprised by the work he was doing because people aren't used to people doing the work and making an impact and not talking about it. You understand what I'm saying? People are now, he wasn't always on Instagram posting all the shit like he was doing. I'm doing this. I'm giving money to this. He wasn't doing that. Why? Because he was doing it because he wanted to do it. He wasn't doing it because it was, I'm looking for praise. Was it Common? I think it was Van Jones who said, I hope Nipsey knew how much he was loved. And I said to myself, I would like to think that he didn't do this to be loved. He did it because he loves his people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this because I love my people. I'm not doing this so that you could adore me and you could revere me. I'm doing this because I revere you. I revere me enough to take care of y'all. I revere myself enough. Child, let me stop. Let me stop. Because I think his impact is, let me stop. Not about to cry. I'm not about to cry. Okay, let me put myself together. Okay, let's talk about something different. Let's change the topic. So, I put myself together. Okay, let's talk about something else, because I get riled up because we just need to love each other and take care of each other and protect our energy so that we can thrive in our community. You understand? So if he inspired you in any way, just keep it going. Inspired means in spirit. So it's a spiritual thing to be inspired. And when you're inspired to do something, while you're doing it, you're in a prayer of gratitude, in a state of gratitude, while you're working on things that stir your soul and have you inspired and have you in spirit. You are in constant prayer, a gratitude prayer to the Creator who gave you that gift that you were inspired to do, to work on. That's why it's important to do things that you're passionate about. Because as you work on things that you're passionate about, and it's stirring your soul, and you are in spirit, you are in constant gratitude to the Creator that gave you those gifts. And that's it. Period. I can't see a motherfucking thing, bitch. Woo, gotta break the energy, honey. I got to break it. Wendy Williams filed for divorce. Find me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wendy Williams, we are so, look, I've been saying, Wendy, please leave that man. Leave that man. Charlamagne been telling everybody, if something ever happened to Wendy, it's Kevin. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. Wendy has to leave that man in order to be better. I started to think that I was really losing hope. I was like, Wendy, girl, like, I have a love-hate relationship with Wendy Williams. She don't know it, but I do. And I was like, girl, I can't talk about you. I'm gonna have to talk about you. This man that had another baby on you, Rashida needs to take a hint, needs to take a clue from Wendy Williams. You don't stay with a person when they have a baby. You just don't. That's crazy to me. Unless that's what y'all want to, So you want to tailgate. I'm going to get from behind you or in front of you, since you want to tailgate people. You won't be able to tailgate me, motherfucker, with the sun in our faces and you not being able to see my car and you hit, Every time you get over, nigga, I'm getting over too. I don't want to be in front of your ass. No, sir. What you looking at me for, mama, Lil Rita? Anyways, y'all, I had to break out of that because I was going to start crying and breaking down, and I can't. Shoot, it's Friday. The sun is high already. I'm so glad that Wendy Williams, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just like, I had to get myself together. Wendy Williams, I'm so happy that you filed for divorce. I was about to be like, girl, you can't, as long as I have this ring on, shut up. Divorce that man. Get the fuck out of here. He done had a baby. He laid up, taking pictures. Just disrespectful. Like, when it's like that, like, they're disrespecting you in the process, and this, women forgive so much. No! Divorce! Get out of here. Get away from him. That's a contract. I tell you all the time. You reneged on the contract, and because you cheated and had a baby, whatever's in that prenup, I hope there's a clause in there for infidelity and reproduction. Wendy, please, because you ain't getting a motherfucking thing from me, Kevin Hunter. No. Only what's due to you based on you being my quote-unquote manager. She gonna have to get another manager. You better go to Rock Nation with Jay-Z. She's gonna need a new manager. I'm sure she'll find a manager. Wendy, you can't. I'm so glad. Y'all don't even know how glad I am that she filed for divorce finally, Wendy. I was just like, yes. It was so overshadowed yesterday, but that's what happened yesterday was Wendy Williams filed for divorce. I can't stand looking at Kevin Hunter. Just makes me sick. I don't even like looking at his milk dud ass. I don't even like looking at him. Anyways, y'all, 50 Cent. I saw yesterday on the timeline that 50 Cent, Tierra Marie made shirts, right? She didn't trademark her same. 50 Cent went and trademarked the same, and now she needs to take the shirts down because it's his. He trademarked it. She didn't trademark it. She owes him money for whatever. And, 50 Cent is just, I tell y'all how I feel about him. I find him incredibly childish. I find him incredibly annoying. I find him incredibly immature. I just think he's disgusting. Like, the things that he does, not him, I don't think he is disgusting. I think the things that he does is trash, and I think it's disgusting. Hopefully he will sell her the trademark, and that would be a way to get his money back from her. I don't know, but he's trash for doing that. I just don't know about him. He's like the fucking troll. He's petty. He's relentless. He's OCD about his pettiness. Like, he won't stop. He becomes obsessive about it. It's really weird. You're not gonna let me over. Every time somebody doesn't want to let me over, when they get as close to me as possible, I like to get over just a little bit, or act like I'm getting over, to remind them that I had my blinker on, and they should have been, I had courtesy enough to put my blinker on, so they should extend some courtesy and let me the fuck over. You're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. You ain't going no goddamn where. We're gonna end up at the same off ramp and the same long ass line and the same red goddamn light. I can't stand that. I can't stand. I'm so glad that Wendy got a divorce. I really am. Crenshaw and Slauson is going to be renamed, or honorably named, Ermias Nipsey Hussle Escadome Square. Dope. He had so many people sign a petition to have that happen. It's already been submitted, and it's about to go down. So he deserves it. And it's so funny. I was watching a video of his brother saying that LA needs to recognize his brother, but this is while he was alive. LA needs to recognize my brother for the community things that he's done. He really loves his city. You could tell, like, I was so proud, like, yes, come on. And when Lauren said, you from Los Angeles, stand up, like, because we know that area is full of people not from Los Angeles. So if you from LA, stand up, because it's our city. I thought it was beautiful. Barack Obama wrote him a letter. I thought that was dope. That little boy, every time he says, what up, killer, and then for her to explain, when he comes in, he gets up in the morning, he puts music on, burns some sage, get the frequency right in the room, so people can go out, so these kids and this woman can go out and have a positive, wonderful day. I thought it was so freaking dope. I thought it was so dope. Just a beautiful thing. Honey, they spotted Beyonce in the crowd. Y'all, it was so funny. I was like, this is like playing Where's Waldo. It was a wonderful service. I'm sorry I've been talking. I keep going back to that because it was very beautiful, and I really hope that he inspires people to move into action and to keep doing what they're doing, and his brother continues his legacy, and they just continue. It's so sad. Oh my God, so sad. It's so sad. His soul's mission was complete. So that's just what it is. And that's what it is. And the relationship with death, I think a lot of people, I think the way Nipsey's mom talked about death, and if you watch the video that I did, the second video where I was talking about Nipsey and I talk about death, it's a transition. It is a beginning. It is a beginning. It's not an ending. It's a continuing, like a new chapter. And I think we should have a better relationship with death, because it's all going to happen. It's all going to come. I think if we had a better relationship, we'd live differently. But anyways, I'm done. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just talking, y'all. But I thought it was a beautiful service. I'm sorry I keep talking about it. It was just beautiful. I saw Wendy Williams, 50 Cent with the trademark with Tierra Marie. I did watch the what do you call it? The reality shows, all real, Beverly Hills, New York, and then I also did watch Love and Hip Hop. But I don't know if I really, you know what? I'm I mean, do y'all want me to talk about the reality shows? Because I feel like I enjoy them more when I just get to watch them and talk shit on, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I just don't like videos being dedicated to one television show. But then I talk so damn much that I can't get what the fuck the other shows were about. Anyways, this video was weird today. But you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Peace.
Hi, Wendy.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey. Broadcasting 101, Northeastern University. Never lose control of your microphone. Now, how could you ever...
Yes.
You know, you tried to grab my microphone.
Oh, no. Hi.
So, look, so you were holding hands all while I was telling my... Oh, excuse me. Oh,
Hey,
how you doing?
Wendy,
Come
how
on
you
over.
doing?
Fine, thank... excuse me. Excuse me. How you doing?
Hi.
First-time customer, I see. We're going to show her 3 shirtless celebrities. And, Christine, you're going to have 10 seconds to guess which one is the fabulous Zac Efron.
Sorry. How you doing, Wendy?
How you doing,
I didn't
Christine?
mean to take your stuff.
How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? Where you... Wait, Meryl? Apparently, you are not a frequent watcher. Cute. So, congratulations, Steph.
Thank you.
Tell us about your
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not that cute.
I know.
How you doing?
How you doing?
It's too pretty. I'm sorry.
I know. Thank you.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name's Deborah. Oh, I almost said it.
How you doing?
How you doing?